Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Donald Glover, I almost said Danny, with Donald Glover and Maya Erskine. It's a take, a spin-off, a continuation of the Mr. and Mrs. Smith movie. And it's good. I think it's really good. I like the concept. Instead of two spies who just coincidentally meet and their names are Jane and John, there's an organization that puts out spies slash killers to do different things, and they give them the code name John Smith, Jane Smith. Regardless of what their previous names was, this is your code name. You meet under those names, and they make it, they put people together so that they potentially fall in love. They're tied together. According to the movie, it's an old KGB trick. It starts out with a pretty popular guy that's a Mr. Smith from the previous incarnation. And they go out, they just meet each other. It starts from the beginning. They apply for the job. They meet one another. She's a CIA agent that didn't quite fit in. She was ousted. And he's a former U.S. Marine, USMC, Semper Fi. And he got ousted. So they put them together. They fill out these forms. The company, apparently their handler is called Hi Hi. Hi Hi thinks that they're compatible. He puts them together and they're a team. So they meet at their house for the first time, and they've got to get used to one another. I mean, it's like love at first sight, married at first, first sight or whatever that TV show is, where the people get married the first time they see one another. It's that kind of a thing. They're married. They just met. He only had like $300 in the bank. So this job is a big thing for him. He's going to have some money in cash. Both of them have some previous baggage. Both of them are skeptical about the person that they're now married to, because they don't know him. They just met him today. So they've got to learn to each other's habits. They've got to learn to trust one another. Hi Hi was right. They do fall in love, just like the TV show. They're madly in love, and they go out on missions together. And they just met, so they don't know the certain nuances about each other. In the movie, Jane recognizes John in the video because when he goes to the bathroom, when he does his bathroom standing up, he kicks his leg at the end of it for whatever reason. She saw that in the video, though she couldn't see his face, and she's like, oh, and she knew who it was. There's certain things that about the people that you're dating, talking to, married to, whatever. You know certain things about them because you've spent time with them. Your friends, just your regular friends. You know them. You know that if Frank drinks too much, he's going to get into a fight at the bar. You know this, man. You know that Pam, if she gets a little bit of juice in her, she might start to be a little promiscuous. Who knows? You know this from the beginning. You know your friends. You know the people you hang around with. These two folks don't know each other, and they accidentally kill somebody by accident, because they didn't really know what the other person was going to do. One was talking to this one was talking to that one. They didn't really know what they meant. I mean, you could talk to your friends and give them a look like, and they know what that means. These two haven't figured out the nuances of the other person. So they accidentally kill somebody because they weren't paying attention to each other the way they should have been. It's a good show. It's a good spy show. It's a good love show. It's a good romance show. There's a lot in every episode. There's a movie superstar that I didn't expect to see in there. It's like, oh wait, oh she's in that episode? Wow. Oh wait, whoa, he's in that episode? Wow. He must be in the rest of the show because I know they paid a lot to get him. Nope, he's dead. He's not going to be in it anymore. It's very interesting. Hi doesn't tell them, but he has a thing that he does. He gives you 3 strikes on your mission. You mess up one mission, that's 1 strike. You mess up 3 times, and he's going to give you finger across the neck. You know what I mean? So they have to try not to mess up 3 times. Just the things that they go through. You know, the gunfights, the fist fights, all that kind of stuff is very interesting. It's very good. But they're dynamic between the two of them. You know, especially once they start to learn each other, and he does certain things that he knows will aggravate her. It's what people do. We call them buttons. And he learns how to push her buttons, and she learns how to push his buttons. Honestly, I think she's way better at it than he is. She can push his buttons, and he's like, ah! So the show is good. The action's good. The tension is good. The build-up, the romantic build-up between the two of them is good. Once they fall in love, the things that they will do to protect each other is great. I like the show. I did like the show. Especially with the special appearances. Every episode, I was like, I wonder who's going to be in this one. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It looked like the 2 actors, the 2 main actors, had a lot of fun together. You know, that's important. They had great chemistry. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the series. And the way the series ends. Okay. I'm going to talk about the ending. So just a little bit of spoilers. So you got about a minute of spoilers. I'll let you know when the spoilers stop. But right now, spoilers. At the end, she's got, you know, they're in a room and she's got 1 bullet. There's an assassin sent there to kill them because they failed their 3rd mission. And the assassin has a full clip. And she's outside the door and she's like, I'm just going to open the door. Are you ready, John? I'm going to open the door and I'm just going to shoot her in the face. But she's only got 1 bullet. The camera, John, has been shot. And he's terminal. He's sitting on the floor. You don't know if he's going to make it. But the camera pulls away from them and goes outside the building. And outside the building, you see the light. Poof. There's a shot and there's a flash. And then there's poof, poof, poof. There's 3 more flashes. She only had 1 bullet. So did she shoot immediately and then her and John got shot? Or did she open the door and the woman was shooting at her and they're fighting over the gun and boom, the last shot was Jane? Or did Jane shoot her and the woman fell backwards shooting the gun and we don't know. It goes off like that. It doesn't tell us what happened. But here's something. There's 3 different Jane and John teams that we meet in here. At least 3. I have my reservation that there might have been a 4th one, but there's at least 3. And each 3, the first one, dude gets shot, the woman has to pick up the slack. Second one, dude gets shot, the woman has to pick up the slack. Third one, dude gets shot, the woman has to pick up the slack. They have to continue fighting. I wonder, that's got to be intentional. There's got to be a reason behind that. No more spoilers. I liked the movie. I liked the show. I liked it a lot. I liked it, in fact, so much that I am going to give the TV series, the Prime Video TV series, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 8 bags of popcorn. I'm going to come up with a half because that's really an 8.5, but 8 bags bags of popcorn. Because that's what I think. More importantly, what do you think? Now you've seen the video, let's talk about it some more in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.